Welcome to the third installment of the Binalogy series, which is way better than the series of films that Rohit Shetty makes, okay? Golmaal, Singham, but it's stupid, okay? Our series is way better.
Wait, what? Who the heck is Rohit Shetty?
Oh, stupid, you wouldn't know.
Well, anyways, welcome to Binalogy, where I teach you the biology.
And I teach you the analogy. Today we are going to talk about peas. Peas, eat your peas.
Wow, and she said my jokes are bad.
I think you need to put something in the shame jar.
Wait, what? No, no, fine.
Or show the camera too.
Uh,
I want to see. I want to see this one. I want them to see this one. Come on. On you go. That's right. That's right.
ugh, I cannot believe this. So today we're going to talk about my bro Gregor Mendel and how he crossed the pea plants. And I am doing this because of the lighting situation.
Oi, Stephanie. Why did you turn off the light, huh? We have a perfectly good working light here.
What are you talking about?
Come on, right here, dumbhead.
Oh, well, could we just do this?
No. Okay,
what?
we need proper lighting. This is not horror story.
But I mean, anything in biology is a horror story, so
No,
you know,
no.
whatever.
This is independent installment. This is not scary. We don't
It's all a
want
horror story.
to, we don't want to scare the children away. Come
You
on.
see the grades and no, the test and not forget it.
Don't tell this one to our teacher. She gonna get mad. Talk about Gregor Mendel now and what he did. Come on.
Oh, I'm tired.
Come on.
Fine. So, in this, he discovered the law of independent assortment, the blending concept, sort of, and the particulate theory of inheritance.
Let's talk about the blending concept of inheritance. Okay? So you know how you look like a mixture of both of your parents, right? That's how the blending concept of inheritance works, okay? When you cross a white flower with a red flower, you get a pink flower. So you have an intermediate phenotype of the two genotypes that make the phenotypes.
Right. White flower plus red flower equals pink flower because of the blending concept. Now, imagine, and any good biologist knows what I'm about to say. I lied to you. Yes, the blending concept is not accurate, but I didn't technically lie to you. It was just like April Fool's. Yeah,
It is May.
it was almost April. Yes, the blending concept was a legitimate theory believed by many scientists, except our man Gregor Mendel proved that theory wrong. You see, he crossed tall pea plants with short pea plants, expecting medium height pea plants. However, he got all tall pea plants.
This is when you have a kid after the marriage, okay, after the marriage, and you look at it and you're like, oh my god, you showed this my kid because it looked nothing like you, okay?
But of course, it's your kid,
Really?
because some traits are dominant over others.
Oh wow, I didn't know this one.
In the case of pea plants, the trait for tall plants is dominant, whereas the trait for short plants is recessive. This is why the offspring from the first cross were tall. Since the dominant allele was present, it overrides the recessive allele. This is called being heterozygous. When you have just recessive alleles or just dominant alleles, then you are considered to be either homozygous recessive or homozygous dominant respectively.
That doesn't disprove the blending concept of inheritance because when you have a white flower and you make it reproduce with a red flower, you still get a pink flower.
That's not called blending. This is known as incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance is when one allele or variation of a gene does not completely mask another allele, resulting in an offspring with an intermediate phenotype.
But that's just blending.
But it's not. You see,
What?
if the blending theory were correct, a pink flower bred with another pink flower would always result in another pink flower, right?
But it does.
But it doesn't. If
What?
you breed a pink flower with another pink flower, you could have a pink flower, a red flower, or a white flower as a result.
How is this possible?
Because of incomplete dominance. Both colors are not dominant over each other, so instead the heterozygous flower expresses both traits. However, if the organism is a heterozygote, then the result of a cross between heterozygotes could be a homozygous offspring. A homozygous offspring in this case would be either a white flower or a red flower.
This is just confusing. I'm done. I don't understand this one. Blending concept of inheritance.
2 hours later.
Oh, I get it now. So it's like when you take a chocolate cake and then you take a vanilla cake and you cut both in half and then you put them together and you get chocolate vanilla cake. But then when you cut them again, it's like you have a completely different chocolate cake or a completely different vanilla cake, or you could end up with a chocolate vanilla cake again.
Exactly, which brings us to our next bullet point, the law of independent assortment.
Video game. You need to get to level 5 in order to unlock blue card. You need to get to level 10 in order to unlock red card. Okay, this stupid. Gregor Mendel stupid.
Jar.
Why?
Because the ratings want you to put it in the jar.
Ratings? What? Ratings? We doing this for ratings?
Anyways, the law of segregation states that each pair of alleles separate independently of each other during meiosis. This means that when a gamete is formed, it could have either one of the previous alleles. The law of independent assortment states that the alleles arrange themselves independently during gamete production, giving all different types of traits an equal possibility of being in the same cell.
Okay, we already at 4-page limit and you're still missing a bullet point.
Oh, right, except I already talked about it, like, during the whole video.
Really?
Yeah, the particulate theory of inheritance is just a fancy term for Mendelian inheritance. This just describes how genes can be passed down from generation to generation in order to determine the phenotypes of offspring. These genes come from each parent.
Explaining it, but we're still 1/3 short.
Wait, when was there ever a minimum set up for the script?
I don't know, 4 pages seems like a good number.
But why 4?
I told you, it seems like a good number.
But,
Oh, now we've reached the 4-page limit. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Binalogy. See you later.